Well, hi, welcome to the garden. Yeah, cleanup phase. But we just cut and drop, so that's pretty easy. It's all gonna be part of the mulch. It's all gonna be part of the living soil. Once we're done with this, we'll come back through and we'll add a layer of wood chips and hay, and then the leaves that are coming down. A little cold snap was a little unexpected. It was quite severe. We lost some stuff that I really hoped that we wouldn't lose. And the low's gonna be 60 degrees this weekend. It's gonna be almost 80 by the end of the weekend. The little islands of green that we still have, they're gonna be just fine. And then we're gonna go ahead and continue to plant some fall and winter type crops. I hope you join me for that. Well, that's just about enough of that for right now. Let's go ahead and take a look at what survived. Me and Riley wanted to come out here and inspect the damage. Riley's helping with the cut and drop. That's turmeric. What is it? Go to the house. Come on. Go to the house. What didn't make it, and I didn't think was going to, but we had to try, this squash that I covered with the wheelbarrow, and that little squash that we covered with bucket and the hay. It got to 20 degrees for several hours. It got just way too cold. Under this teepee, the squash did make it, and I got part of that back already, but just look at that lettuce. That's gonna be wonderful. And the Swiss chard that's sagging a little bit, it's gonna snap right out of that. And with just a little bit of protection, this Swiss chard took that 20 degrees, no problem. But they're done. Took out a good portion of these tomatoes yesterday. These beans weren't quite as bad as they are now, but as they continue to dry out, I'll just pull them out. We just cut and drop. They're a little spongy to cut. We'll just take, all this will become part of the mulch. And any beans that we missed, we might get volunteers. That's a good thing. Well, as seasons change, we can only save what we can save, with a little preparation, but then we knew there were going to be some things that we lost. And the thing about the deep mulch, I've never had tomatoes grow so far into the season that I had to worry about losing them. Or corn for that matter, or anything. I mean, we harvested watermelons on the last day. Go ahead and take these 3 little watermelons, if they're ripe or not. I bet this one's pretty good. We'll check that out on the side later. This one's not. Yeah, probably not. And check out these vines. I mean, they're literally gone. You know, we planted this grape 2 years ago in the food forest, and it didn't do anything last year, but this year it sprawled. So I'm gonna have to learn how to prune this up. We hopefully will get some decent grapes next year. And another thing that doesn't mind the cold is our wild edibles that we let grow in the garden. This is Doc. It's not the sweetest, but you can eat it. And it's got a really nice taproot, and it does help the soil quite a little bit. Right next to that, and right next to that, we've got a beet. Has anybody ever said you can't have enough beets? Actually, I got 2 beets. I had to wait till the tomatoes died back so I could find these. That's a bonus. Talk about another bonus, right here, our dandelion. We let these grow in here too. These are tasty. You'd be surprised how well dandelions do all winter long. And you can eat the leaves, they're wonderful. But the flowers are great. As we transition between seasons, it's gonna look a little rough for a little bit. But as we bring mulch in here and we carpet this, it's gonna look beautiful. And then here, there, and everywhere, there's gonna be little islands of green popping up. And before you know it, the trellises will be full again, and the hardest work we'll do is harvest. You can do this too. And if you want to learn a little bit more about the deep mulch, click that link right there and I'll meet you back in the garden. If you want to learn about the life in the soil, click that link right there and I'll meet you back in the garden. And until next time, remember, take care of yourself, take care of your family, and God bless you. Come on, let's plant.
Let's go plant garden.